Good afternoon and welcome to Lariat TV News Today. I'm Kennedy Dendy.
And I'm Noah Torr. Thanks for joining us. A former Baylor student was arrested and charged with sexual assault this week. LTVN's Caroline Waterhouse tells us what the court papers say and what happened after a house party near campus.
Former Baylor student Christopher Brian Darby turned himself into authorities on January 20th for a felony charge of sexual assault. The finance and MIS major was released from McLennan County Jail on Wednesday for a $10,000 bond. According to the affidavit, the woman told police the alleged incident took place on September 7th, 2018. She said she attended a house party by South 2nd and Gurley Street. According to court documents, Darby offered her an alcoholic beverage, and police determined the woman had consumed several alcoholic beverages that night. The document also says witnesses noticed the woman was intoxicated and spent the night in Darby's room. When the woman woke up, she had blood on her lower region as well as on Darby's hand. Police learned that after reviewing her SANE examination, she had injuries consistent with sexual assault. They also received a text message where Darby claimed to trying to have sex with the woman, but he was too intoxicated.
The DA will continue to investigate and determine if Darby is indicted and prosecuted. With Lariat TV News, I'm Caroline Waterhouse. A man accused of exposing himself to a Baylor student on the edge of campus has been arrested and charged with indecent exposure. 28-year-old DeMarcus Rayshad O'Neal was arrested Wednesday at his mother's home in East Waco. The student told police she was walking to class near 5th and James when a man pulled over in front of her. When she got closer to his car, he exposed himself to her. The young woman was able to take pictures of the car and license plate as she ran away. The student later identified O'Neal in a police lineup. Detectives credit her quick thinking to helping them identify O'Neal and arrest him. He bonded out of the McLennan County Jail Thursday.
The record-breaking government shutdown under President Donald Trump hit its 35th day on Friday. The Huffington Post reports that about 420,000 federal employees have been working without pay for the last month. The TSA has been one of the hardest hit departments, with employees calling in sick to protest their unpaid labor. This has led to long security lines at several U.S. airports, but the Waco Regional Airport has not yet been affected by this problem. Baylor junior Holt Black and his family have experienced the shutdown's effect firsthand. Black's brother works for the U.S. Navy, and his department is one of the first that was furloughed. Black's brother was unable to come home for the holidays because he did not have the funds to travel without his paycheck.
Alpha Phi is officially part of Baylor's Panhellenic community.
LTVN's Julie Lorenz sat down with the director of Greek life and potential new members to hear their opinions about this brand new sorority.
Alpha Phi is the newest addition to the Panhellenic community at Baylor. They will now accompany 8 other Panhellenic sororities on campus. Ashley Fitzpatrick, the assistant director of Greek life, sat down with me to talk about the addition of the new chapter.
I think the Panhellenic community is really excited to welcome a new addition. They wanted an organization that was going to contribute to the growth and the positive momentum that the community is really moving towards. Alpha Phi really fit all of those things nicely. Probably the most unique and exciting piece of having Alpha Phi on this campus is that members who join now will be founding members of the organization.
Alpha Phi International brought 2 consultants to Baylor to help guide the recruitment process that will take place January 27th through February 5th. However, they declined to comment at this time. Alpha Phi did not participate in normal Baylor recruitment. However, they brought Alpha Phi girls from different colleges to give potential new members an idea of who Alpha Phi really is.
I think it's a really unique experience that, it's pretty rare, I would say, to be able to actually say you're a founding member of a sorority. And it's just there's so many more leadership opportunities, but you still get that same sorority experience.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Julia Lorenz.
The University Writing Center is changing locations. Come February, you can find it on the 2nd floor west wing of Moody Library. LTVN's Sarah Gill tells us more.
The University Writing Center is a free service that offers feedback on writing.
So what we do is we try to make sure they understand the basics of writing, the higher level concepts of writing, such as thesis construction, such as paragraph construction, idea generation, all that stuff, trying to make sure that they can be better writers themselves.
The University Writing Center is here to help students with everything, before, during, and after the project is complete.
From personal writing stuff to, say, even professional statements or resumes.
Director of the Writing Center, Dr. Kara Alexander, said that the program has really grown in the past year.
We have hired undergraduate writing consultants in addition to our graduate consultant. And so in order to have staff offices, we're moving over there, but also just to accommodate the growth in clientele who is coming to see us.
Undergraduate employees shared their favorite parts of the University Writing Center, including the fun atmosphere and watching students become better writers.
I really like the environment in the Writing Center. It's a good place to get work done, but we also have a ton of fun in here. We also have a lot of inside jokes, and we're all kind of book nerds.
Really, the part where the student starts, their eyes start to light up like, ah, yes, I get this concept, or, ah, hey, this is how you write, say, a thesis statement. That's really my favorite part of the Writing Center.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Sarah Gill.
The Baylor and Waco community gathered on Monday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The Baylor and Waco community gathered on Monday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The federal holiday is observed on the third Monday of January each year. Hosted by the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity and the Zeta Phi Beta sorority, the day began with a peace march across the suspension bridge and ended with a candlelight vigil for the 33rd consecutive year. Throughout the day, organizations hosted community service opportunities to show unity and to help strengthen the Waco community.
Not many Baylor students can say that they know how to fly a plane, let alone have their own aircraft right here in Waco.
We've got the details on this sky-high student coming up right after this short break.
The best and brightest are drawn to Baylor, where those from many backgrounds with many talents shine together before casting their light outward to illuminate the world. Through transformational learning opportunities that are grounded in Christian faith and service, and research that impacts lives and communities. Baylor University, a place where lights shine bright.
A Baylor senior has been flying high right here in Waco while remaining a full-time student, and LTVN's Elizabeth Tharp had the chance to go airborne with this aviation aficionado.
This Baylor student has been flying high since 2012, received his private pilot license in 2016, and gets to work and fly with professionals every day right here in Waco. Meet Clay Little.
9879 Romeo, radar contact, stay altitude, resume on navigation to Waco, maintain VFR out of below 5,000.
Being a pilot has just been an amazing experience for me, and I've loved every second of it. I work here with Aaron Dabney. I've flown up in Dallas, at Addison, at Rockwall. It's just been an amazing learning experience, getting the different perspectives on aviation, and then trying to be the best pilot that I can be.
So you might be wondering what got Little interested in flying. Well, it was all thanks to his dad.
Back when my dad was still in the military, he would take me out to the flight line before he would go to work, and he would show me all the planes as they would take off. And I can remember that as a child, and I always had just a fond memory of aviation. And then for my 15th birthday, they got me a Discovery flight, and it's been history ever since.
Little said being a student here at Baylor while being able to practice flying has given him a small glimpse into his future.
Being able to see what I can fly now, and then having the opportunities here in Waco to build upon that and fly corporate jets later, which is really what I want to do in life.
Besides seeing other aircraft in the sky and the joy of being able to look down and see all the places you've been to and haven't been to yet, Little said his favorite part about flying is the freedom to travel.
This really is about freedom for me, being able to be free from the surly bonds of earth and being able to fly and enjoy my passion that I have.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Elizabeth Tharp.
A new exhibit has just made its debut in Baylor's Martin Museum of Art. The neoclassical gaze, myth, and reality of ancient sculpture is on display in the Hooper Schaefer Fine Arts Center and features Wilhelm Gottlieb Becker's Augusteum that includes Greek and Roman sculpture. Allison Chu, director of the Martin Museum, said the exhibition provides an opportunity to think beyond one's own experiences and view the works with a fresh perspective that the cultures created. The exhibit opened on Tuesday and will run until March 8th, and admission is free. For more information, visit baylor.edu/martinmuseum.
Bears Abroad is taking students outside of their comfort zones and into new experiences.
LTVN's Jenna Welch found out how our Bears can dive into many different cultures and find something new.
Bears Abroad is a great way for students to explore the world and grow by diving into different world cultures.
Study abroad, it's great opportunity for students to learn Spanish or any other language. I have had in my previous semesters students that have again to Spain, to Mexico, to Costa Rica, to Peru, other countries in Latin America, and when they come, I can see, the growth in their language.
When I was abroad in Spain, we had to speak Spanish all the time, just because, we go to restaurants, we go to shops, we had to speak to the workers in Spanish. So being abroad, I was able to speak for longer periods of time, which just really helped my fluency overall, so that when I came back, it was much easier for me to understand my professors and then to read textbooks and to read Spanish literature.
For more information on how you can grow personally and professionally, visit bearsabroad.baylor.edu. With Lariat TV News, I'm Jenna Welch.
Now, buying textbooks is not anyone's favorite back-to-school activity, and every semester these books can add up to over hundreds of dollars per student. Some professors require their own self-authored textbooks to be purchased, and students have found that textbooks are not always related to their course material. For example, Baylor sophomore Michael Carr said he was required to purchase Chemistry in Whispering Caves for a chemistry course, but Carr said the book had no correlation to his class material. Other students, however, have said their professors' textbooks contain vital information to their classes. To hear more about these professor-authored textbooks, check out our newscast next Friday for a more in-depth look. For one beauty guru here at Baylor, makeup has become more than a hobby. This Baylor senior has taken putting on a new face to an entirely new level.
I caught up with Daymaya Perryman and found out what her passion truly is.
This is Daymaya Perryman, a brilliant student with a gift for makeup, but a stronger desire to make every person she meets feel beautiful.
It was when I got to Baylor freshman year. It was just kind of like a stress reliever, like, why not just try it? You could just wash it off. And then I just happened to be good at it. So I was like, okay, let's keep going, see what else we can do.
As you can see, Daymaya quickly mastered the art and is able to use her creative eye to make any look that she can imagine.
I think the ultimate goal for me is to give back to others. I like that better than getting the money because, first of all, it was just a stress reliever. It's something if I just need something to do, take my mind off of anything.
Now she's branched off into another area of makeup, and we want to warn you ahead of time, these images are graphic.
Daymaya's talents clearly have no limits. She is skilled with the creation of special effects, most of which are unbelievably realistic.
The first mask I ever did was my Venom mask, and I made it from scratch. It's the first thing I made. Pretty proud of it.
Her true passion is for the youth.
Teaching youth different things because, motor functions and skills, doing things with makeup and with your hands also helps them develop that way. So it's a way to incorporate them both together to help them with their artistic side and then developmental skills and everything like that.
If you would like to book Daymaya as your makeup artist or to take one of her classes, you can follow her on her social media platforms. For Lariat TV News, I'm Kennedy Dendy. After 20 years, Baylor's small interior design program is on the upswing. Thanks to the gains in the economy the last few years, a more positive light has been cast on job prospects for interior design majors. But a number of these students wonder if the program does not get the recognition it deserves because of one lacking factor. The interior design building does not have any windows in the classrooms that would bring the natural light aspect to their designs. Students have said they recognize this is a long-term investment, but they hope Baylor will see the value of this addition.
Baylor's men's basketball team is coming off 3 straight conference wins and is looking to add a 4th this weekend at the Farrell Center.
We've got the details coming up right after this.
The second-ranked Lady Bears are coming off a big win over 20th-ranked Iowa State on Wednesday. Baylor won 84-69, and Lauren Cox broke the 1,000-point mark with 22 points against the Cyclones.
They have a team that does a lot of really good things, and I think they'll they'll do a lot of this to a lot of people, not just us.
ISU's Bridget Carlton had a game-high 28 points, but it wasn't enough to stop Baylor. Fifth-year transfer Chloe Jackson walked away with her first double-double at Baylor, and Kelani Brown and Juicy Landrum, Dee Richards all scored in double digits for the Lady Bears. Baylor heads to Norman, Oklahoma on Sunday to take on the Sooners at 2 p.m. The Baylor men's basketball team is looking hot right now after taking down the 8th-ranked Texas Tech on Saturday and West Virginia on Monday. Season-high performances by transfers Makai Mason with 29 points and Mario Kegler with 18 points helped lead the team in their road battle with the Mountaineers. Now on a 3-game win streak and moving into a 3-way tie for second in the Big 12, fans can expect big things from the Bears moving forward. Scott Drew's team is back at home hosting Alabama on Saturday at 11 a.m. inside the Farrell Center. The Baylor men's tennis team's recent 6-1 victory over Pennsylvania Monday afternoon bumped the team up to 3-0 in non-conference action for the 5th time in 6 seasons. The Bears will compete in the ITA kickoff weekend as the number 2 seed in the Ann Arbor Regional, facing the number 3 seed and 12th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday. Then they will face either the number 1 seed and 23rd-ranked Michigan or number 4 seed North Carolina State on Sunday. The Baylor women's tennis team brought in huge wins at their doubleheader match over last weekend's Holiday. That gave the women a 4-1 record, putting them in the middle of the conference standings, and that's a better start than some people expected from the team. Head coach Joey Scrivano said their win over Rice was a big motivation for the Owls, since the Owls were heavy favorites. Baylor travels to Austin to face Wichita State on Saturday at 11 a.m. and then takes on the winner of the match between number 6 Texas and Middle Tennessee. Baylor track and field got off to a good start in their season opener at Texas A&M. The men's team finished 2nd overall, while the women's finished 3rd. Freshman Casey Lightfoot nearly broke a pole vault record that has stood since 1991. He was the runner-up with a jump that was a little bit over 18 feet. Several Baylor athletes look to break personal records as well as school records as they prepare for this weekend's Invitational at Texas Tech. And that's your sports update for this Friday.
Welcome back and thanks for watching Lariat TV News Today.
We'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend.